Hi everybody, back onto the Discovery Garden. It's looking proper beautiful. Got lots of blossom, blue sky. Just have a quick look around. It's missing you. I'm sure you're missing it. Everywhere's got its lovely fresh green leaves on. And it's looking rather lovely. So the focus of today is what's inside our polytunnel. And I've not been here for 2 weeks, so I'm a bit worried about what I might see. Let's go through. Remember, we planted these seeds 2 weeks ago, and now I want to see how things have gone. It's exciting, isn't it? Haha, there's the potato. Oh, and look, we have a leaf poking through. So that's a potato leaf. Remember I said they only go green when they come through from the soil. Any more there? I think that might be a slight little one, look. There, look. So the potatoes are growing. That's fantastic. Now the only problem is that whilst I haven't been coming, the plants haven't been watered. So let's see how they've got on. Here's the runner beans. That Willow class planted before we couldn't come out of our homes. Now they've grown beautifully, but have you noticed that they've grown a bit wibbly wobbly at the top, look? That's because the lid's been on and I haven't been around to take it off. But the fact that they've grown, you see they've popped through, there's allias, popped through the bean, and they're making a stalk. Now because they've had the lid on, they've been able to water themselves. If they've breathed, they've made their own water, which has been good. But I think what we'll do now is leave off the lid and let them grow. Give them water. Now what I will do is turn around the lid, put it underneath, like that, and it will hold some water as like a little reservoir. I can't leave it another 2 weeks. I'll have to come back before then because all the seedlings will die. Let's have a look at the petits pois, the peas. Look at them. They've grown beautiful. But isn't it interesting how on one side they've grown and on the other side they haven't? I wonder why that is. Can you notice something about this soil and this soil? When I feel it, this one's damp and this is dry. That asks questions, doesn't it? How come in the same pot? But at least we've got some. Now it's also had its lid on, and let's look at the lid. Look, can you see the condensation? That's how it's been watering itself. As it breathes, it makes condensation. So putting the lid on was a really good idea. Sorry, my videoing is not brilliant. Here we've got pumpkin. Any sign of life? There's a tiny little weed here. That's not pumpkin. No, nothing happening there. The soil is moist, so it's just time that we're waiting for now. I'm going to leave these lids off and let them get some air. So what have we got next? Outdoor girl. Oh, that's a tomato. Yay, look at that. We've got some tomatoes growing. Let me show you how how I know it's a tomato. Somewhere. Miss Lisa works out where. There we go. I don't know, I'm going to get the hang of this iPad. So that is a tomato. I'm really pleased we've got some tomatoes growing. They look nice and strong. What have we got here? No sign of life. What does our label say? It looks like more tomatoes, you know. Sweet Million. No, there's nothing happening there. And we'll wonder why. What do you think? Now here we can usually grow, these are sunflowers, we can usually grow sunflowers beautifully. But what's happened? It's completely dry. This container is not waterproof, so any water that this did have in it was evaporated, and it's left the soil and the plants very dry. So that means that the seeds have not been able to germinate. What a shame. Now my job now is to find probably another container, a waterproof one, so that we can actually get them growing. Alright, so put that back in and see. So what have we got next? I can see some growth happening over here. Oh, salad. Well, we've got some beautiful salads. They are wobbly because they've had the lid on, but what we'll do is we'll leave the lid off now, and then, oh, look at this. What does that say? Butternut squash. So we've got a squash coming up, and I can see another one peeping out there, look, and there. So that's great. We've got at least 3 butternut squash. That's a success. Now here we've got courgette. The same things happened as the sunflowers. Look, it's in this container and the water is very, very dry. So I need to perhaps try and find another container. And I think the same story will be for this poor old peppers. Now it might be that we've lost them completely, but let's find out. Let's see what we can do about it. Now look at these. This is probably the highlight. Now they're radishes. Now they'll be ready to plant out into our garden. So we need to make sure that we have an outdoor area that is ready for them to be planted out in. Another thing here. What have we got here? Oh wow, well done Lisa, I'm really impressed with myself there. Coriander is really difficult to germinate, but look at that. Coriander is one of my favourites. Yum, really pleased about that. I'll keep that. Hello, back again. I don't know what I did there, sorry everybody. But what I was just about to say was the lesson that I've learned from this is to come more often, water more often, and use a plastic tub to plant them in, because the water doesn't evaporate like it does from these egg cartons. Now I'm going to go and plant some onions next after I've watered and these seedlings. I've really got to look after them. So I hope if you've managed to get some seeds and you're planting some, that you know how to look after them. Send me photos, send videos. It'd be lovely to see what plants you're planting. Thanks very much. See you soon. Bye everyone.